If you're a fan of Batman and you're not watching The Penguin right now, what are you doing? This is a show that I went into with pretty high expectations already because it's probably, it's no secret that I am a fan of the Batman. Quick side note, I'm actually running a giveaway on my Instagram at the moment for I've got 8 spare newspapers of this Gotham Standard that I did up for my wall. I'm gonna release one every week to coincide with episodes of The Penguin. The entries for that are gonna remain open all the way up until basically the last episode of the show airs. So if you would like a chance to win one of these, head over to my Insta, check out the post for all the details. I'll leave a link in the description and up here. I think that's where links pop up these days. I'm not sure, it's been a while since I've done the whole YouTube thing. So I wanted to actually give just some quick thoughts after watching episode 1. There is a lot to talk about here. This show kind of blew me away in every aspect. Leading up to it, I'd had these really high hopes that Batman would appear at least in some small capacity in the show, and then as we got closer to release, a lot of the people involved in the production, probably most significantly is Matt Reeves himself, has come out and said, Batman's not in the show, he's not going to show up, we're not doing it. And I mean, they could be lying because why would they spoil that? But I think they're just trying to get fan expectations set. But after episode 1, I actually don't think I'm going to mind that if he's absent completely from the show, it actually doesn't matter to me. The show is so strong, it just stands on its own, so strong after even the first episode. Yeah, the lack of our favorite Caped Crusader, I don't actually think is gonna be a problem. And I just want to talk about a couple of things today. I want to just break down a couple of things. First of all, the aesthetic of this show stays so true to what Matt Reeves and co created in the Batman. I think that was my main hesitation when I first heard that they were doing the Penguin series, was I was worried they weren't going to be able to adhere to the same level of cinematic quality and that just that vision that Matt had. I was worried that was going to get lost when they translated that over to TV. But I'm very, very happy to say that did not happen. This show came out of the gate swinging. Before I get started, I am going to be talking spoilers here. So if you haven't seen it yet, please go away, watch it, come back. It is well worth your time. It starts off super strong, like we get like that beautiful Batman theme that just kind of immediately establishes the world in which we're in and the Gotham in which we're in. And Matt Reeves' version of Gotham that he created in the film has been translated so perfectly. It feels identical, it's dirty, it's gritty. 10 out of 10. Cannot fault the portrayal of Gotham in this show. Colin Farrell absolutely delivers an incredible performance once again, straight out of the gate. Oz feels, actually, I think he's actually quite funny, but also really scary at the same time. You can kind of see him talk himself out of some really sticky situations, and then you kind of get this image of a guy who's sort of, it feels like he's only just barely hanging on to the situation that he's kind of got himself into with Alberto, kind of murks him within the first 5 minutes of the show. And then the rest of the episode is spent trying to, you know, kind of playing catch up to that. And he feels like he's kind of just using all of his wit to just kind of hang on to the situation here. And it's really, really cool to see. And then also the relationship that then develops with this kid, Vic, that he honestly probably, as he kind of mentions in the show, the smart thing would have been to off this guy right then, you know, look at the sunset, look at the flowers. And I was like, oh my geez, he's actually gonna do it right then and there. But no, he holds on to, I think he sees something in Vic really early on. I think with the stuttering, he recognizes, oh, this kid suffers from a level of disability or has probably been looked down upon for something in a similar fashion to Oz himself has probably experienced. We actually get to see a little bit more of that with Oz's foot. That was a really gross shot, but I think it was kind of cool to see, and this kind of like crutch thing that he walks on with his leg, that was really cool to see. And I'm really excited to see how Vic and Oz's relationship develops over the course of the show. I think Oz's decision to keep this kid with him and bring him in kind of under his wing basically saved his life in the end of the show there, with setting up the reveal of Alberto's body there at the end of the show. Sophia Falcone, oh my goodness. I cannot speak highly enough of Krista Miliotti's performance in this as Sophia Falcone. She is unhinged. She is genuinely terrifying. The way she acts with her eyes, especially right at the end there in the greenhouse where she's got Oz on the chair and she's like staring into his soul, you can just kind of see like, this woman belongs in Arkham. Lock her up, throw away the key. She should not be on the street. What are they doing at Arkham, man? I feel like if they've let a woman like her out, the Joker is like a stone's throw away from being back on the street. I don't want to say too much because, again, I know I said I was going to talk spoilers, but I still really think if you're watching this and you haven't seen the show, I really want you to experience it for yourself. She is unsettling. Just when she is on screen, like I could feel myself get really tense because I was like, is she going to snap at any minute? Like, Kristen's performance in this is just top notch. absolutely on par with Colin Farrell's. I'm doing a lot of yapping. I just feel like I'm talking over myself. The show is incredibly strong. If you are a fan of the Batman, I'm begging you to please watch this show. Again, I'm incredibly biased, so if you're going into this blind and you're not a fan of Batman or any of the mythos surrounding that, I'm not sure. I think it's an incredibly strong show on its own. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of ramble along here and get all my first thoughts out about the show because I think it's going to be incredibly strong. If this is what they've kind of started us off with from episode 1, I cannot wait to see what the rest of the show has in store. They packed so much story, so much development, so much setup into this first episode. That was over an hour, by the way. It ran for like, I'm really happy when shows like this give me run times that are more than like 30 to 45 minutes. Looking at you, Disney. If you want to see me ramble about each episode every week, please let me know. I didn't intend to make this video. I just kind of threw it out there because I really want to get my thoughts out about this and share it with you guys. Yeah, please let me know. I might do these weekly, I might not. We'll see how we feel. You've also probably noticed that I've got half the Batsuit on the mannequin. From the waist down, he's naked, so we're not going down there at the moment, but I've got the top half of it on. The suit breakdown that I keep promising is gonna be a little bit delayed just because I'm planning a photo shoot that's gonna be coming up within the next few weeks to kind of, it's gonna be some content that I wanna time with the Thursday, October 31st, which is Halloween this year, which lines up perfectly with the Batman. And I need to touch up some stuff on the Batsuit between now and then. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky for me to film the full suit breakdown between now and then. I'm not gonna have a lot of time, so I just wanna get this photo shoot out of the way first, and then once that's done, I can then focus more on giving an in-depth breakdown of the suit. I'm gonna be releasing a couple of very small videos in the interim though, just showing I've got to repair the gauntlets, and I weathered up the bat symbol a little bit more. So they're just gonna be very short videos just showing my process with those kind of things. But yes, he's on the mannequin now. I've got to take him off the mannequin probably to put him on, and then there's a whole process with that as well. I want to show you guys how I suit up, how I suit down, what it's actually like on set when I shoot, because this thing is really hard to film in. It looks really good, but man, the mobility in it, garbage, absolute garbage. Not to mention it's like 1,000 degrees in there. So I kind of relate to Colin Farrell in that sense, because he's come out and said that all his penguin makeup is just, it's horrifically hot, and they had to put him in like a little cooling tent on set or in studio between takes because it was just so hot. And I can relate to that, obviously not to that extent, being covered in makeup. I cannot wear this thing in the middle of summer. And here in Australia, we're in spring at the moment, and the summer heat is gonna start to set in very soon. So I need to get this photo shoot out of the way first, and then after the weather's warmed up, it's gonna be so much easier to make content with this thing just living on the mannequin and not suffocating me, which is always a bonus. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. I will catch you in the next video, whether that's the next episode of the Penguin Breakdown, or it might be a few little gauntlet repair videos or Batsuit touch-up things. Let me know if there's any specific content you'd like to see from me. I'm always open to ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, your night, evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for being here. Peace out.